Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to another question and answer session. Here the question: a 32 years old attend a neurology clinic complaining of tingling in his hand. He has a radial deviation of the wrist and there is mild clawing of his fingers, with the fourth and fifth digits being relatively spared, which is the most likely lesions. So the key point in the question here, a 32 years old attends neurologically for complaining tingling of the hand, and he has a radial deviation of the wrist and there is mild clawing of the fingers, and fourth and fifth digit are relatively spared. So what is the most likely lesion? So here we can see the points here, that the radial division of the wrist, that means the wrist is deviated laterally, so the medial area nerve supply will be damaged. That is, we know that the medial side of the nerve is the ulnar nerve, so ulnar nerve will be damaged and there is mild clawing of the finger, and fourth and fifth digit are spared. We know that fourth and fifth digit, it is supplied by the median nerve, so median nerve will not be damaged at this procedure. There is damage only the ulnar nerve. So here the options are ulnar nerve damage at the wrist, then second one ulnar nerve damage at the elbow, radial nerve damage at the elbow, median nerve damage at the wrist, median nerve damage at the elbow. But here it is clear for us that it is the ulnar nerve damage. Now we have to find out the ulnar nerve damage, it is at the wrist or ulnar nerve damage at the elbow. For this one picture is enough, and it is the most important picture to answering the question. First of all, this is the flexor carpi, this muscle, this is the flexor digitorum profundus. So this muscle, this is the flexor digitorum profundus. So first of all, its function is the flexion of the interphalangeal joint. This is like this. So this type of flexion is caused by this flexor digitorum profundus, and it also known as claw hand. So the function is now clear, that the flexor digitorum profundus, it causes flexion of the distal interphalangeal joint or DIP, and this causes flexion of the finger like this, and the permanent position of this known as the claw hand. So now another important point here, we can see this nerve get this muscle getting nerve supply from the ulnar nerve, and it receives its supply from proximally. So this another point is very important. First one, the function. The second one is the this muscle gets nerve supply from this proximal part of the flexor digitorum profunda. So this point have to be remembered. So I can repeat again because it is the most important, and this conception is should be cleared before exam. So this is the flexor digitorum profundus, and its one part is supplied by the ulnar nerve, and this nerve, it gives supply in the proximal part, and function of this muscle is like this, like claw hand position. So now injury. Where injury? First of all, let's say if injury occurs at the wrist, then what will occur? If injury occurs to the wrist, we know that the flexor digitorum profunda, it receives its nerve supply in the proximal part. So this muscle will function, or function of this muscle will not impaired. This point is very important, that in the distal part of the ulnar nerve is damaged like here or like here, so it will not affect the flexor digitorum profunda. So in this position, the claw hand, typical claw hand will be present, because there the flexor digitorum profundus acts normally, so more claw hand. So if distally ulnar nerve damage, then there will be more claw hand. Then we can see here. Then now come to the here, if ulnar nerve damage occurs these points, then what will occur? Then we know that the flexor digitorum profunda, this muscle will not function now. So this muscle is typically a damaged muscle now, because it is a non-functioning muscle. So if this muscle not functioning, then this flexion will not be possible. So the finger located like this in the outer position or mild claw. So this important point should be clear. When cut here, the flexor digitorum profunda will not act normally, so there will be less claw hand. Typically, in your mind that if more proximally, then clinical feature more. But in this case, if the flexor digitorum profunda is involved, then in this case, if the distally nerve damage, then more collagen, and if the proximal nerve damage, there is less collagen, and this is known as ulnar paradox. Because if ulnar nerve damage proximally, there should be more collagen, but we know that if the proximally damaged, then flexor digitorum profunda also damaged, and it lost its function, and it causes claw like position of the fingers. So the if this muscle is damaged or it is non-functional, then there will be less collagen. So here, this is the ulnar paradox. The higher the lesion, the less the clawing of the fingers are seen clinically. So this point is important. Then the higher the lesion, clawing will be less. So higher position lesion causes less clawing of the hand. Then we can see here at the elbow, ulnar nerve lesion affects the flexor carpi ulnaris and flexor digitorum profunda. Actually, this flexor digitorum profunda, it causes the claw-like position or flexion of the distal interphalangeal joint, and as its function is lost, so the flexion of the interphalangeal joint will be lost, and there will be less collagen. So here we can see this is the ulnar paradox, and it is details in written that the ulnar nerve also innervates the ulnar half of the flexor digitorum profunda. It's right. When ulnar lesion occurs more proximally or more higher, then flexor digitorum profunda muscle function will be lost. So flexion of the IP joint is weakened or lost. So the IP joint will not be flexed. So if they not flex, then the claw-like position will not occur. So which reduce the claw-like appearance of the hand. So here now we can see our answer is ready. Ulnar nerve damage at the elbow. Ulnar nerve damage in the elbow, it causes claw hand, but it is mild clawing. So more proximal ulnar nerve lesion, here is the mild clawing or less clawing. So I think it is now clear for you that the if ulnar damage in the elbow, there will be mild clawing, and ulnar nerve damage, it occurs more distally, then it will more claw hand.